Namaste, good evening. This is Dr. Aparna. I am an Ayurvedic psychotherapist. I act as a catalyst and support your emotional healing journey. I am an emotional healing synergist. I am a medical writer and a passionate Ayurveda and psychotherapy infopreneur. In my pursuit to address, promote, and propagate Ayurveda and psychotherapy globally, I come up with discussions on Ayurveda, mental health, psychotherapy, and related aspects. So, today I am back with a book review. So, the book we are discussing today is Never Split the Difference. So, it is an interesting book and I happen to read it frequently. Recently I read the book and I loved it. I thought I would share it with you all. So without wasting time, let's get started. See, Never Split the Difference is, the book itself says negotiating as if your life depended on it. So this book is by Christopher Voss and Tal Raz. So this book, Never Split the Difference, this is a captivating book that offers valuable insights into the art of negotiation. So, with its practical strategies and real life examples, it equips readers with effective negotiation tactics. So, that can be applied in any situation. See, author Chris Voss is the former international FBI hostage negotiator. So he shares his tried and tested tactics and strategies for high stake negotiations and being more persuasive in life. As you know, negotiation is needed in everyday life, whether it is in office, whether it is at home, and this book, Never Split the Difference, is a guide to getting what you want. So, drawing on the FBI strategies it offers, the author used to use in the FBI strategies. This book offers hands on advice for how to negotiate your way to success, whether it is in the office, it is in the home, or hostage standoff. So this book is a negotiation guide, that teaches us readers effective communication skills to reach mutually beneficial agreements. So, what if I have to break down my key takeaways? See, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. This book offers a unique and valuable approach to negotiation. So it goes beyond the logic to address emotions. So if we have to know about the introduction and purpose of the book, the author, a former FBI hostage negotiator, opens the book, highlighting the limitations of traditional negotiation techniques or tactics that focuses solely on logic and reason. The negotiation tactics we had earlier, that is traditional negotiation tactics, focus only on, logic and reason. He argues that the real world negotiation hinges on understanding and influencing the emotions of the other party. So the book equips you with, tools to do just that. So you have to understand and influence the emotions of the other party. So for example, you are negotiating a salary raise with your boss. So, facts and figures about your accomplishments are important, but understanding their concerns about the budget constraints or workload or the vision or mission of the company, you know, allows you to tailor your approach and potentially find a win-win solution. Basically, the author says we have to find a mutual beneficiary solution for both. That should be win-win solution. That we can do only by understanding and influencing the emotions of the other party. So this book also provides practical tools for everyday negotiation. This book doesn't just explain theories, it provides actionable exercises and techniques you can use immediately in various situations. So, first thing is tactical empathy. This is the first main thing the author talks about in the book. So, for example, a distraught parent calls the FBI after their child is kidnapped. So Chris Voss, who is the author of this book, Christopher Voss, uses tactical empathy by acknowledging the parent's fear and saying that must be awful. So can you tell me what's going on? So this builds rapport and allows the parent to vent their emotions. So whenever you have to use tactical empathy, so you have to be concerned about their situation, what is going on there. So you have to build rapport. See, tactic means labeling emotions. So author identifies and acknowledges the other party's emotions, that is fear, anger, frustration, to show understanding and build trust. So this is tactical empathy. We'll talk about it when we discuss chapter to chapter, summary. So the next technique spoken here is, mirroring. So example is learning to mirror by repeating, keywords or phrases builds rapport and encourages the other party to elaborate. That means if it is in a customer service interaction, mirroring a frustrated customer's words like I understand this is frustrating, I acknowledge your concern, so can create a space for a more productive resolution. So you have to mirror their concern, their frustration, that is I understand this is frustrating, or I acknowledge your concern. So this is mirroring. Here also, during a hostage negotiation, for example, a kidnapper makes a demand. So author mirrors keywords from the demand, like you want us to bring 1 million? Okay, let's talk about it. So this slows down the conversation and shows the kidnappers that he is being heard. So and the mirroring, mirroring the keywords, so repeating back important phrases shows you are paying attention and encourages the other party to elaborate. So the next technique is labeling. Example, a car salesperson throws out a high price, so author might say that you so it sounds you are confident this car is worth so and so rupees, for example $30,000. Can you tell me why? So what happens is this reframes the situation and puts the pressure on the salesman to justify the price. So what we are doing is we are reframing the question to him. So it's just by the author by saying, so it sounds you're confident that this car is worth so and so rupees. So can you tell me why is this worth so much? Do you think it is worth so much? So, by acknowledging a perceived or slight accusation, you can disarm the other party and gain control of the conversation. This is to gain control of the conversation. Next is calibrated questions. So, What happens is, for example, a hostage taker claims they won't hurt anyone. So the author asks, how can you be sure of that? So this open ended question forces the hostage taker to clarify their position and potentially reveal weakness. So we also have to ask calibrated questions while negotiating using how and what questions. So these questions elicit more information and help you understand the other party's motivations and needs. The next tactic is the pause, silence. For example, during a negotiation, author stays silent after the other party makes an offer. This creates discomfort and pushes them to fill the silence, potentially offering concessions. So, this tactic is the power of silence. So, by allowing silence, this can be a powerful tool. It can make the other party feel pressured to talk and give away valuable information. The next tactic is no is a label. So, for example, a seller insists on a specific price. So, author simply says no. This avoids getting into a back and forth and forces the seller to come back with a counter offer. When you say no, what happens is this avoids getting into a back and forth conversation and negotiation, and the seller himself or herself comes back to the with a counter offer. See, using no as a complete sentence is a tactic here. No is a powerful tool that sets boundaries and forces the other party to re-evaluate their position. So, traditional negotiation, what it was doing was emphasizing getting a yes for everything. Okay, you want this, that other, traditional negotiation emphasized on the fact of getting a yes from another person. But author argues no can be a powerful tool too. So, for example, you are buying a used car and the seller insists on a price budget or above your budget. A firm no, followed by an explanation of your budget, might encourage them to negotiate or allow you to walk away feeling empowered, not pressured. So, if you say a firm no and if you explain your budget concerns, it might either encourage them to negotiate another price or allow you to walk away not empowered, not feeling pressured. So, the next tactic is tell me more. That is the magic phrase he talks about. So, the seemingly simple phrase invites elaboration, giving you valuable insights and control over the conversation. So, you're interviewing for a job, and the interviewer expresses concerns about a gap in your resume. Instead of getting defensive and asking, tell me more about what concerns you have about the gap, allows you to address the issue directly and showcase your skills and experience. So, adapting, the next thing is adapting to the unexpected. So, be prepared for unforeseen circumstances. Those author terms them as black swans, and be mentally agile to adapt your approach. So, for example, you're negotiating a contract with a client. Suddenly, a competitor enters the market, potentially impacting the project. So, your ability to adapt and address the new situation demonstrate flexibility and strengthens your position. So this is a situation we have, still, I will explain about it, the black swans, when we talk about chapter by chapter summary. So for now, black swans means, you know, you have to be prepared for unforeseen circumstances, such as a competitor entering, a market potentially when you are negotiating a contract with a client that impacting your project. So your ability to adapt and address the new situation demonstrate flexibility and strengthens your position. So be ready to adapt to the unexpected. So overall, this book, Never Split the Difference, offers a valuable and practical framework for navigating negotiation in all aspects of your life. So, by understanding human emotions, mastering communication techniques, and being prepared for the unexpected, you can be a more, you can become a more confident and a successful negotiator. So, if I have to talk about the important highlights of the chapter 1, let's start with chapter 1 today. So, the new rules. So, this chapter highlights that traditional negotiation focuses on logic and reason. So, it neglects the role of emotions in real world scenarios. So, emotions are a significant factor in decision making, during negotiations. Understanding them is crucial for success. So, my takeaway from this is do not underestimate the power of emotions. So, adapt your approach to address both logic and feelings to achieve better outcomes. So, example could be you are negotiating a price with a salesperson. Instead of just focusing on features and benefits, acknowledge their potential concerns about commission or meeting sales quotas. So, this might create a space for a win win situation. So this was the chapter 1. We'll continue with the next chapters in the next session. Stay tuned for more, and you can post your queries and uh, thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Namaste.